Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good morning to my students. As you can see on your screens, the name of the book we are studying nowadays, it is Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Course Core and Extended Course Book Second Edition, and it is written by Karen Morrison and Nick Hamshaw. And we are at the fifth chapter, which is all about fractions and standard form. So far in the fractions, we have completed 5.7 exercises, which was about percentages, and we have learned to convert the percentages into fractions and vice versa, and fractions into percentages. But in the last question of the same exercise, in the last lecture, I told you about there was a typical question which was out of format from that very format which we were doing in exercise 5.7, and you might have remembered that what format. I simply multiply the whole thing with only 100. So suppose you are given a test, and the numbers of that test are very uh, odd sort of numbers. Let us say the numbers are 27. uh, 27 for one question, and you obtained let us say 14 number. Now you obtained 14 number out of 27, and what would be the percentage that we have to find is. Now in this exercise, this is what we are going to find, and we are going to find it into three significant figures or into three decimal places. Now first question is express 14 as a percentage of 35. 14 as a percentage of 35. Let me point out it for you. You see that here it is written, where appropriate, give your answer to three significant figures. And the question number 1 is express 14 as a percentage of 35. Now it is very simple question. Just as I told you that you scored 14 out of 27, and how will be able to make it into percentage, I'll tell you, and I'll then solve this question as well. So let us open our register to solve that question which I told you, and then we start the exercise. Well, dear students, there was a question. Our teacher gave us a question, and I scored 14 out of 27. Now you see, this 27 is very odd figure. It is not 25, it is not 30, it is not 50, but it is 27. I don't know how the teacher made his mind or her mind to make it 27. It is a rather separate story. But we scored 14 out of 27. It is almost equal to 50% of this 27. 14 is the 50% of the 37. Now what we have to do is we just have to multiply it with 100. When we multiply it with 100, this numerator will become 1400. This numerator will become 1400. Then we will divide it by 27. Now for 27 we have to look for the figure. Of course, 27 multiplied by 4 times. 27 4 times must solve this question. 4 7 times 28, and 4 2 times 8, and 108. If I try it with 5, so it will be it will cross the limits. Yes, it is not crossing the limits. So 108 is not valid, but 135 is valid. So we have to do it with 5. 135. So it will become 5 and 50. So it will become 27 2 times, or 27. How much times? 27 2 times, 27 2 times multiplied by 2 will give us 4, and 2 2s are 4 and 5. It crosses this figure. So we are going to do it with 1. So it becomes 27. Now the answer will become 23. Okay. Now we have to put a point to finish this. So because we have to do it to the let us say to two significant figures. Now what we do is we put when we put a sign, we are allowed to put a 0 over here. So 27 8 times 8 30. So 27 8 times will come, and it will become, now it is 14 out of it. And finally for for the second, it is again 0, and again 5 here. So up to two significant figure, it is 51.85%. 51.85%. So approximately, I told you that it is almost equal to 50%. So it is 51.85%. Now you see that how we, if the numbers were 100, our number what we obtained would have been this much, would have been 51 numbers, or 51 or 52, let us say, by rounding it, we say that we scored 52 numbers out of 100. What we score is 52 numbers out of 100. But this test was all about this, 14 out of 27. So from 100, what we obtained is for 52 numbers. Now let me start the exercise. Now exercise is 5.8. 5.8. Exercise is 5.8. Exercise 5.8. Question number 1. Now it is exercise 5.8, question number 1. Now I have to express 14 as a percentage of 35. Now just suppose that 35 were the total marks and 14 is what we obtained. So we have to express 14 as a percentage of 35. As a percentage of 35, what we will do, we will just write in this manner: 14 out of 35. 14 divided by 35 and multiplied by 100. So what will it become? It will become 1400. And we have to divide it with 35. So let me try it with 4. 35 4 times must be 140, because 2 times it is 70, 3 times 105, and it is 140. So let me do it for you. 5 times 20, and 3 times 12, 11 and 12. 12, 13 and 14. So it is completely done with 4. So it is 140. So nothing is left over here with only this 0. So let me do it in rather spacious place. So it is 1400. We have already done it with 4. So it has become 140. So you see that our first 0 has been consumed. Now this 0 has left. This 0 is left over here. So we'll bring this 0 over here. 35 0 times. 35 0 times 0, and this is all over. So that means 14 as a percentage of 35. 14 as a percentage of 35 is 40%. 40%. 40%. Now, my dear students, in question number 2, what we have to do is we have to find 3.5 percentage of 14. 3.5 percentage of 14. Now, our first step, what is the will be the first step of in this format, that we will remove this sign. We will remove this sign, 3.5 percentage. Let me write it in 3.5 as a percentage. No, that was a little confusing, of 14. So this is not right, because this percentage sign is mixed with this. So this is wrong. So 3.5 as a percentage of 14. So what will we do? We'll just write 3.5. Now you see, we have to remove this sign. We have to remove this sign at very first. So what we do? We'll draw a line over here. Under the point, we will write 1. Under this point, we'll write 1. And under this 5, we'll write 0. You know that there is also 14 over there. Also 14 over there. So we'll multiply it with 14. So the total thing after removing this sign, now this sign has been removed. You see, the sign has been removed by virtue of this 10. By virtue of this 10, now it will become 35 divided by 140. So what we have to do is, we have also to multiply it with 100. We have also to multiply it with 100, because we have to find the percentage. So it is very simple. We'll cross this 0 with this 0. We'll cross this 0 with this 0, and the rest of is divisible by 7. Now 7 5 times 35, and 7 2 times, and 7 2 times, and 2 5 times, and 2 5 times. So it is become 25%. Now 3.5%, 3.5 as a percentage of 14 is 25%. 3.5 as a percentage of 14 is 25%. Now let me proceed to question number 3. Now question number 3 is same. So let's skip the question number 3, and I'll be proceeding to question number 4 instead of doing question number 3. Now dear students, question number 4. I'm going to solve question number 4 for you. Question number 4, and you know the exercise is 5.8. So what does it read now? Now in a block of residences, or in the block of flats, there are 36 people. There are 36 people residing in a certain flats, out of which, now there are in total how much? 36 people, and out of these 36 people, some people go for jogging, and the number of that some people is 28. Now we have to find how much of the people jog round the park out of 36 people. We have to find the percentage of the people which jog around the park from 36 people. So what we do here is, it is very simple to calculate the percentage. We will divide the people who jog round the park by the people residing in that whole residencia. Okay, now these are the people who reside in the whole residencia, and out of which they jog in the park. So what we do here is we'll multiply as our format with 100. Okay, now it is very simple again. What we have to do is, you see that this is divisible by 4 now. This 28 is divisible by 4, 36 is divisible by 4. So what we do here is 7 4 times, 4 7 times, 4 7 times 28, and 4 9 times 36. 4 9 times 36. What we are left with now? We are left with 7 multiplied by 100, which becomes 700 divided by 9. So what we do here is we just divide 700 by 9. Okay, very easy, because 9 7 times is 63. 9 7 times is 63. 9 7 times is 63. So you see what is coming out of here. When we subtract the 63 from 70 is 7. Now 7 comes again, we will drop the 0, and it will again become 70. Now again we will have to do it for 7. 63, again 7 has appeared. So what we do, we'll put a point over here, and for this point we are allowed to put a 0 over here. Okay, now again we are with 7, 63, and again and again and again and again 7 and 7 and 7. So let me round it. It will become 77.8% people. 77.8% people go for jogging from that residencia of 36 people. Okay, now 77.8% of 36 people go for jogging around the park. Now let me proceed to another question. Uh, Jack scores 19 in the test. What percentage? It is very easy again. It is not need not to be done. I'll just show you the format of doing it. So it is 19 upon 24, which is given. A student has scored 19 out of 24, so we have to find the percentage. We'll simply multiply it with 100. So it is express 1.3 as a percentage of 5.2. Yes, this is the question, which is a little different question from the above ones. So we have to express 1.3 as a percentage of 5.2. 5.2. Now you see, my dear students, it is very easy. We have come across with such an example that each of the digits have decimal at one place. So we will just abolish these decimal signs over from here, because these are at the same place. The detail of this is that, see that this is 1.3, so we have divided it with 10, and there is 5.2 here also written over here, so 5.2, so this is divided here now by 10. So this has been divided here. So this 10 crosses with this 10, but the thing they have given us is we have to abolish the signs. So this is the detail. This is the detail which we will not be doing here. So 13 divided by 52 has been left over here. So, and we have to also multiply it with 100. So 13 how much times is? I think 4 times is 13 1 times 13, and 13 4 times. Okay, and now 4 25 times is 100. The answer must be 25%. Now the last question, this was the sixth question, and I'm going to solve last question for you. And the last question is question number 7. Express 0.13 as a percentage of. It is again very easy. Let me do it. Okay, I have some time left. Percentage of 520. It is the same question. It is just the same question. Just the same question. It is just the same question which we did in question number 6. But shifting of point will make it. Now we have to remove this decimal sign. We have to remove this decimal sign. Okay, the decimal sign has been removed. So for what value? We will place 1 0 0 1 0 0. Okay, now it has become 13 divided by 520, 520, and these two zeros as well, and these two zeros as well. So it will become 1 upon 4 again, 1 upon 4000. It is 1 upon 4000. Now it has to be multiplied by 100 also. So it is 1 upon 40. 1 upon 40 has been left. So 1 upon 40 means 1 divided by 40 is equal to 0.025%. So this is the answer. So my dear students, I'll again request you to give a like, also subscribe me, and share with your family and friends. So it's time to see, it's time to sign off now. I'm going to sign off. Sign off. Allah Hafiz.